Yo, YouTube.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Welcome back to another video, you guys. We got more content going on with RSX today. As you see, right here behind me in all of its beauty and glory. There's more shit I see every day. It's been there though, I know that. But those ones still piss me off to this day. But besides all that yapping, today's video, as you guys see in the title, we are going to be getting the mount. I don't even know if I got that right. The mount made for the ECU and the plug and play adapter harness and stuff for the car. Let me actually unlock the car so I can show you guys why we're going to be making this. I just want it so it's not hanging on the ground. So as you guys know, the stock harness with that adapter, it was like allowing it to sit on the seat, as you guys saw in the most previous video. Which, if you guys actually haven't seen that video, make sure you guys go check it out so you can stay up to date with the build of the RSX. I'll link the video down below and the playlist down below if you guys want to see from the beginning when we first got this car to where it's sitting now. But before we get into this video, if you guys are new around here, make sure you guys drop that subscribe and make sure you guys drop a like. You know, helps support me and all that. Oh, and also make sure you guys post notifications, post to always, so you get notified whenever I upload. You know, trying to get better on uploading a lot more consistently, as you can see. But yeah, enough yapping. Let's get into this. So this is version 1 of the adapter that I wanted to do. You know, I want the ECU to sit up front so it's easy just to plug into the CAN bus. I mean the USB. So I want it to sit like up front. But one thing that I realized with version 1 of how I mocked it up, it's not gonna work. So I wanted that in the front. You know, harness goes through, back, plugs into the adapter kit, and then boom, into the stock harness. Well, I was looking at it and I don't know if that's gonna work, just because we got boom here, and that's really it. It's boom, and then maybe the airbag, but I don't think the airbag really affects it. I think the airbag shoots up here. But kind of figured it out a little bit. So I was kind of messing around and mocking up, and I'm like, well, what about that stock bracket down there? So found out what I could do is I can actually mount this like this, make a little bracket for it so it sits like this, and I'm able to use the stock ECU locations for the adapter, and then I can just run the wires the opposite way, you know, figure out another way to run them so they can run into the front of it. Then another thing, let's see, I have all the bolts here too, so I can just reuse the bolts it comes with, put them in there, and then boom, we got the mount for that. ECU mount, I still want to put it in here somehow, you know, incorporate it in here. Worst comes to worst, I still haven't figured out a secondary location on where to put it, so I'm still trying to figure out that. I'm kind of looking at how other people are doing it, trying to get some ideas, because I mean, I want to have my own little twist to this. Obviously I want to do exactly what other people have, so I'm trying to figure out where I want to mount it and all that. But it's definitely a process, you know. I don't want it to just look janky and ghetto, that's what I should say. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of thinking that's going into this. Oh, another thing that we got going on is we got the valve cover getting painted. Actually, let's go slide over to that real quick. And boom, just like that, we are in the backyard, and here you guys are. Here's the valve cover. So we're actually going gloss black for the valve cover itself. I do have to sand down some parts, but I mean, it's been hit with 2 coats of paint now, black paint. There's just some little rough edges like down here. You know, some places like right here, it's a little rough. Right here. Really, it's all on the bottom down here where it's really rough. Everywhere else is really nice and smooth and good. So these are actually white. The letters are actually white. I'll show you guys that when it's done drying after the 3rd coat, which I'm about to apply. But yeah, this is actually almost done to get reapplied and all that. I just probably got to get a new gasket. But yeah, almost ready to get put back on the car. We're actually going, if you guys want to know what color and everything, exact. It's just a gloss black, and then we're using duplicolor. The duplicolor to get this thing nice and colored up. All right, y'all. So after some fiddling and trying to mock up some stuff, what I think I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna take out the stock bracket for the car. I'm gonna mock some up off of that. What I found out for that is that actually this fits like perfectly, like inside. Like that fits almost perfect. So try and incorporate something with this, using the stock mount. So yeah, that's where I'm at so far. I think those are just some 10s or 12s back there. I actually have my bag right here. Tools from work, so about to see which size they are. But yeah, as you see, it's just, as you can't see because it's just wires in there. It's just 2 10s, or yeah, 2 10s that hold it on. All right. Lock them up. Lock them up.
Lock them up.
Oh, man.
Lock them up.
But basically, it's out now. All right, it's off. Get the bolts out. Should just be able to pull it forward and boom. It's like that. That's a stock mount. So I'm gonna use this to try and mock some up for the ECU.
All right, it is now the following week. My bad, I turned the camera over there. But it is now the following week. Kind of forgot where we left off. I'm pretty sure we just took the damn thing out, but here it is. You know, I got everything pretty much mocked up now. What we're gonna drill some custom little holes into here, so we can still use the stock ECU mount where like the stock ECU will sit, because I mean it would bolt into right here and sit like this. So now we're just gonna make new hole locations, bolt ECU here, and what I'm thinking for the plug and play adapter is on this back side. I might run it on the back side back here, so ECU would sit under there, this would sit on top, and then this slides in like this. So I just gotta make sure I have clearance between the heater motor and all that big ass box unit, and that. Because I don't remember if I told you guys, but my original plan was putting in the glove box, but I found out that was not going to work. So this is how it was coming. I think I told you guys that, but I don't remember exactly if I told you guys that, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so let's get to work on the drilling parts of things. So what I did, I got a drill bit. The way I kind of lined it up is kind of just like wrong way. Kind of made sure it goes through the hole smoothly, like without hitting the edges, so I can kind of base the size that I need. And if I need to go bigger, I can go bigger. I think this one's like a 7, I think. Where's the size at? No, it doesn't have the size on it. It's old. But yeah, so we gotta drill that. Let me actually grab the drill.
A few moments later.
All right, guys. So now got the drill. Nice and ready. Actually, let me move all this shit. Okay, move that. Get the drill ready. And if you guys wondering what I'm drilling on, these are my mom's nice tables. I kind of already drilled on them. I don't know if you can see over here, but yeah, I did a headliner on here and I put it down. I was doing the starlights for it and I completely forgot the cable was underneath. I kept wondering what I kept hitting. I was like, what's so hard under here? Yeah, I found out what it was, but it's okay. You know, this has just kind of become the drilling table now. So, but yeah, first things first, I gotta drill these 2 holes out. I'm gonna try and just kind of hit it with it, but if not, I'm gonna get a tap and I'm gonna tap it. So let's see how this goes. All right, and it's gonna be interesting. Real interesting. All right, as you see, I got the hole finally done. So that's the first one. Here's some sand, you know, paint over it a little bit. A little paint over it. Went through. I'm sorry, Mama, about the hole. I swear, when I make it, I'll buy new tables, okay? Think it's just, I'm sorry, don't worry about the hole. I also had to close the garage in here. It got really freaking cold. I actually had to close it on too.
But we got through. I'm just side quest yapping. You see how to use this musty ass drill bit, but it worked. I found the correct drill bit. And then I also made little taps. I actually have a little like thing to start the hole, so I just boom, did that. So I got it started for a little indent so this can grip. Let me still make sure this is nice and lined up. It kind of sucks if it wasn't. Yeah, we're still lined up. Hell yeah. Okay. Good enough. Let's get back to drilling. Yeah, boy. I should probably hit it with some water too, but we're gonna raw dog it. It's not good for this, but hey, these are old anyways. It's okay. Give it a little break. I'm sorry I'm doing this off the table. I don't want it to puncture through again, and then, you know, I get yelled at. Feel me? Did it. Just like that. We got voltage holes drilled out. Done. I'm gonna obviously have to paint over them and then sand them down a little bit, paint over them, so we don't get no rusting. But we're doing this with the stock ECU mount, so that's really nice. You know, this is just for the setup now until we go full race build, and then I gotta take out the dash and everything. But as you guys see, the holes line up. So I actually need to go get the bolt and the nut real quick, the 210s that I'm gonna use, put them through, double check it, and then we gotta work on mocking up the other side, the back side, for the plug and play adapter to hang on. So let me go get those bolts real quick, and then I'm gonna cut back to you guys. Oh, and then sandpaper and shit, and then I'll cut back to you guys. All right, so we're gonna scratch the hole, sanding it in paint, because, well, now that I'm thinking of it a little more, it's not really gonna be like exposed to the elements too much. I might just spray inside the holes, not the whole thing. So yeah, but as you guys see, I got some bolts put through. It's actually in there. Well, not in there, I need to actually just put some nuts on the back side to hold it and then find some washers. But I couldn't use the stock bolts, sadly. They were just a little too thick. They didn't fit through the stock little holes here for the ECU. They fit through the actual, you know, holes I drilled through, but they didn't fit through the ECU hole. So kind of sucked, but we got it to work out. So boom, we got this pretty much almost bolted in. Now next part is going to be making sure we can get this to fit where I want it to fit. Hopefully I can. You know, I've been thinking about it a lot. Hopefully I can get it to fit where I want it to. So yeah, more work. I actually need to mock up how this is gonna run. This is our adapter harness. This sits like so. Because what I might do is I just might run it, boom, run it up and over, and then have it plug in like back here or something, because that's where it plugs in onto the firewall. So it goes boom, bolts go down there, and that holds onto the firewall. That's the top that faces towards like the, what do I call it? The heater motor and all that stuff. You know, that big unit I was talking about. I completely forgot. My brain went dead, okay? But yeah, so I got some mocking up to do. I actually need to go get the key, or they're right here. Need to get the Acura keys. And we need to unlock the car, and we need to mock that out. So let me do that and stop talking about mocking stuff out so much, because now I'm just repeating myself. All right, you guys, so we actually got it nice and done. I kind of did sand it down a little bit, just smoothing out the edges so it's not so jagged. And I did on both sides. Sorry, I don't have this all mocked up. Yeah, on both sides, so I took it down, it's not so jagged. But I was blessed enough to find some bolts and unused crush washers in the toolbox that were just laying. These like really good, nice bolts too, really nice. Really good, really good. I'm pretty sure I brought them from the shop. And then there's also 4 nuts that fit perfectly on them.
So with that being said, I got pretty much everything we need now. So the way I actually decided to do this is instead of putting the the bolt and crush washer through the top like this, I'm actually gonna bring them through the bottom like this, to the back side. And have these go this way, because I think it'll have a little bit of a better look in my opinion if maybe the studs are coming out from the back side rather than them being like that. Just, yeah, so we put it like that, you get your ECU, grab it, boom, sits right on there. Now obviously these are loose and they move around a little because they're not welded in on the back or permanently done on the back, so they move a little bit, but I mean, we're right there. What the fuck? I mean, it looks really good. Sorry, I'm not trying to use too much profanity, but yeah, it looks really good. And then we just throw the nuts on top of these. And boom, just gotta tighten those down and it's pretty much mounted on there. All right, so as you guys saw, tightened it down. Obviously I didn't go one side tighter and then tighten the other side all the way, you know. Go evenly, so you set it down even, you don't want to risk cracking anything. But it's on there. She's nice and secured on there. Got the ECU mounted up officially. So crush washers on the back are done, got the bolts on. So next part of this whole puzzle, I'm gonna be flipping this bad girl around, figuring out how the hell we're gonna get this to mount up. Now I can't put it all the way in the back here, obviously, because that's where it mounts. I want to do, kind of put it like this, but at the same time, I gotta kind of figure out how I'm gonna move it, because the way that these wires go, and actually I'm gonna plug this in since now, so move some stuff. Move some stuff real quick. The way these wires go. So I'm gonna set you guys down real quick. All right, it's plugged in. So as you can see, the wires, the one been kind of got it to where it wants to naturally bend backwards back here. So I gotta figure out how I want it to do. Oh, wait, it wants to bend to the side like that. All right. Maybe if I get it to mount like, oh, I don't want it to like heat on heat. That's the way I kind of want it back here. I don't want it to just absorb any heat or anything from this, and this heat to mount on there, and then them be heating each other up. Kind of machines like a back here kind of thing. And the wires, boom, boom. One bend like this. Unless I can bring it up more. All right, I gotta figure this out, but I'll come back to you guys when we're in the car and kind of have it a little more figured out up here. So yeah. All right. So, figured it out how we're gonna do this. So, I'll get to this. I have the ECU on there. It's only on one bolt right now. So you guys know there's two bolts down here that hold that down, the actual bracket. There's one of the stubs, let it focus. That's one stub. The other one's right there with the nut on it. So, this is pretty much on there, won't move. What I found out is I don't really have room to put this anywhere and be able to run anything. So what we're gonna actually do is I completely ran the harness another way, unplugged everything, kind of cleared up how it looks right here, have everything ran up top. I'm gonna put the actual, what's it called, adapter right here, mount it up right here in the front, so we can still get to the cabin filter and everything. Wires are on the top and it kind of cleans it up. Then it's like a cool little, oh, Haltech sitting right there. And those wires just plug right up into there. I'll kind of tuck them as much as I can out the way, but simple plug-in right to the bottom. So that's kind of where we are. Obviously this thing doesn't have holes on it, so it's kind of like you just kind of zip tie this. So I'm gonna drill out some things, or I might just slide some zip ties from behind here, just and then zip tie this down. So I got the zip ties all set up. I actually just need to zip them. I don't know how I put the zip ties in and forget to zip them, but I want these to kind of just be out the way. I don't want you to really be able to, oh, camera down. Like I was saying, I want these to kind of be out the way where you can't see them. So kind of like this. Holds it on. Kind of, sure these are out the way, just like that. Boom. The PMP adapter is on there, nice and firmly on there. It's not gonna go anywhere. Tighten that a little more. Boom, it's on there. So now we just need to run a harness into it, which boom goes, should go like this. Boom goes into boom. Boom goes into boom. Oh, it's getting cold. My hands are getting ashy. No bueno. Need to put some lotion on. Damn it. That's for our relays. Bring this up here. This up and around here. Bring you out. And then kind of figure out the relays in a minute. Plug you in. And the relays will kind of tuck off. Plug them in and tuck them off back here. I just need two hands real quick. All right, I don't know if you want to see it, but back here we have the relay plug-in. Back here, have it nice and tucked back. Have that completely, that's rerouted back down under here, and yeah. But boom, nice and clean actually. We don't have wires just hanging everywhere here. Got this all plugged up. Now I just gotta tuck this up nicely. Put these wires in. Plug these in, tighten up the ECU bracket, and then just like that will be pretty much done. Yeah, let's get to it. I've been waiting to do this for a minute now. So yeah, let's get straight to it. And boom, this is everything plugged up. Got the bottom plugs all in, inserted. Got it nice and tucked up here and around. Thanks, sir. Got some dikes so I can cut the zip tie ends. But yeah, this is looking, oh, that looks so good. I just like the way that sits right there. Like, you hop in the passenger seat, you just be like, damn. Perfect. Haltech equipped. It's just, oh, I'm so proud of that. That's just, it's been a long time in the works and a lot of thinking and a lot of redoing and a lot of redoing stuff. But we're finally here, finally made it to this point. The ECU's mounted up. Holidays are over still. Now we just gotta get this thing tuned and get it driving, start making some content, like getting another engine built up and doing some other stuff with this. And the Lexus, yeah. Hopefully we'll get some more stuff going on with the Lexus. I'm dropping a new video after New Year's, talking about some future things coming up. But yeah, that's really gonna do it for today. That's what the video was. So without further ado, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, and make sure you guys drop a like if you enjoyed today's video. I know I'm very proud of how this is. If you guys have any comments of how you guys have things ran, you know, don't be afraid to drop them in the comments. I'm still kind of new to this stuff. So yeah, without any further ado, see you guys on the next one. Peace out.